What the fuck are you doing? Let's sit down. Let's have a conversation. I got your report card from school. They said it's F. I just fucking I fucking broke my hard drive thing. Are you serious? Why this shit? Why is it $700? Let's have a conversation. I want you to sit down. I want you to talk. Well, let's sit down. Let's have a conversation. I hope y'all like the new setup, but that's not the point. Sony came out and they announced the PS5 Pro. Now, to save you the conundrum, if you have a PlayStation 5, and even if you don't have a PlayStation 5, you have no reason to reasonably go out here and purchase this damn console. The PS5 Pro, to me, in this direct, it felt like they were talking more to the game developers and the industry people who give a fuck about teraflops, this and that, gigahertz, right? To the lame man, to the average consumer, which is a majority of the PS5 user base, what reason do I have to upgrade? To me, all this seems like they managed to do within 4 years since this console came out was put visual mode and fidelity. $700 now. Give me my check. Right. And typically for a pro model or a bigger edition, you want to address some of the main concerns with the previous model, right? What concern did they address? Nathan. Did they fix the drift issues that's been happening in some of the controllers? Nathan. Right? Really, my issue is that straight up, there is no reason to upgrade. Right? It's not like, okay, like I feel like, right, that we're at the stage where the issue, that's not necessarily, especially when you're talking about 60 fucking frames in 2024, like that's supposed to be a big accomplishment. Like, okay, cool, 4K. Now let me break it down to you. I don't have a 4K monitor. This TV above me, it might be 4K. I don't know, because I ain't checked it. But I don't care. Because quite frankly, I'm completely fine playing 1080p right now. I might upgrade to 1440p because those monitors can be a little bit pricey. But for someone like me who still kind of plays primarily 1080p just because I want a stable fucking performance, I have no reason to upgrade to the professional model. There is no reason. There is, like, to pay $800 or $700. No, let's say $800. We'll say $800. Right, because you're going to want one of disk drives. I hate the move that the industry is moving to remove physical, because physical is the best fucking shit ever, right? Like, just as a kid, right, this the only, this might be a dog shit example, but I got this right here, Just Dance 2016. Pop that shit in. You can't take away my license. I own this. This is mine. This is my shit, right? Matter of fact, well, let's say, oh, there's a rights battle. We're gonna take Dragon Ball off everything. What I got here? Ooh, Dragon Ball Z, Wrath of the Dragon. Right? Physical, right here. Funimation gotta run through this house and take it off my cold dead body. They wanna remove every copy of it from existence. And that's like the biggest thing, is I hate this move and this push to remove physical media just because it's easier and less expensive for these major fucking corporations to... just because it's easier for major corporations to just print out fucking, or they want you to use their online store because it's cheaper and it's a whole lot easier for them. But at the same time, they give you a license. They give you a little key card that they can revoke at any time they fucking want. And that's the problem, right? And like, for the longest time, I used to be a heavy shooter for Xbox. And by heavy shooter, I mean, I love Game Pass. But then you sit there and you think about it, you're paying $10 a month for a license to a game you don't even own, that at any point they could just walk in and be like, yo, we don't want you playing that game. So we gonna take it off your hands. You gonna have some dog shit in return. That's the equivalent exchange. Right? We have no reason to talk about layoff studios. Or micro layoff. Right? This is not even part of the conversation, right? The console war is dead. I hate to break it to you, little boy. Ever since crossplay got dropped, ever since the Xbox One came out and it completely flopped, the console war has been dead. You fighting the battle that nobody gives a shit about. We're in the age where Unity is a big thing, right? I'm here for cross-play. I'm here for cross-releases, right? And I understand people love to make the argument, oh, PS5 has no games, which it kind of really don't got exclusives because a lot of the time they're coming to PC, but I'm actually for that, right? I feel like what determines what console you get should be based off the what company provides the better services, right? Which one's easier to use, and which one just looks better, right? The PS5 UI, I can't slander it. It's phenomenal. I love the startup screen. I feel joy when I turn on my PS5. I don't feel joy when I turn on the Xbox console. The last time I felt any joy was 360. There's no life. There's no like genuine feeling of love coming from your console when you turn on an Xbox console. That shit is trash. I don't load up my fucking Xbox to look at a bunch of fucking ads. Matt Booty. I don't load up my Xbox so I can look at you promote fucking Anime Month and I can see Deku's ugly ass on my screen. That's not what I'm giving you $400 for on top of Xbox Live Gold. That's not what I'm doing. Right? So putting that away. Right? PS5 have no games. Which kind of is interesting because then the conversation becomes, why don't you just hop on a PC? And for the longest time, I used to hate the PC master race so much. And like it used to be, if I could eradicate one group of gamers off this planet, they would immediately, because they're a lot of times they're annoying, they're pretentious, and they have this like survivorship, right? But a lot of times there has been a couple times like I recently, or not recently, but I finally got my own computer about 2022 that was powerful enough to play games, right? And it is a pretty good build, or it still kind of is a pretty good build. But the amount of issues I had to have where I had to sit here and like dismantling myself, and the ease of transportation, right? Because it's a big ass computer, is gonna be a lot harder. I can't just go pop up on my friend's house with my shit in the bag. And you could make a system that could do that, but you're gonna run into a lot of problems, a lot of fucking issues, and there's a lot to learn. And quite frankly, the older generation don't give a damn. They want to get something for their kid, they can plug it and play. It really feels like he makes a point, and he makes it appear as if the developers came together and was like, yo, we need a stronger system. And in my personal opinion, right, with my knowledge of game development, in fact, I literally graduated with, technically I graduated high school with it, and I'm in college right now, but that's not the point. But I had an emphasis in game design and animation, right? So I know a thing or two. I know more than an average Twitter user, is what I'll say. But my issue is it comes down to optimization. That's what it comes down to. It's optimization. It's making sure your shit can run. There is no reason why we're talking about... There's no reason why the PS5 should have hopped out and like, hey, we struggling to hit 30 frames. That is absolutely ludicrous. And in some cases, it is partially, at least for Star Wars Outlaws, if I remember correctly, because Microsoft feels a need to have every game have a similar experience across the board. So it's going to play the same on the Xbox Series S, which is a less powerful system, right? But ultimately, in my personal opinion, it's just an issue. It's a skill issue. Optimize your game. Straight up, these games are becoming so big and so unfucking needed. These games should not be as big as they are. Whether it's downloads, whether it's just padding, whether it's just stuff to extend the runtime of a game. These games are taking too long to develop. They're costing too much fucking money. And all of it is really bad. And like, I don't care about realism. I want the game to look pretty. And PS5 games do look pretty. Let's not get it twisted. Even on like performance mode. And he mentions in this video that a majority of the player base of PS5 consoles play the games on performance mode, and that is the primary reason for why they think you should buy a PS5 Pro, is because you no longer have to choose. But what's going to happen in 4 years when they decide, oh damn, the Pro isn't powerful enough? Do you think they're going to properly optimize their game to run on the hard? No, they're not. I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to give you the hypothetical. We already know what they're going to do. They're like, damn, we can't do it. We can't do it, Grandpa. And it's not always, when I say the developers, I'm talking primarily about the higher-ups making decisions. I know it's like a blanket term, but really it is the fault of the higher-ups, because you should be able to optimize these games. If Nintendo can drop fucking beautiful masterpieces on where did I put my fucking, on this shit from 2007, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Let's sit down. Let's have a conversation. I got your report card from school. They said it's F. I just fucking broke my hard drive thing. But for real, that is a fucking issue, right? And I remember a couple months ago, right, that when Black Ops 6 was announced to be coming to last gen, people were upset. They were like, it's been 5 years. Get your hands on a PS5. And for a lot of people, when Sony dropped their statistics about PS Plus, it revealed that at least 50% of the user base was still playing on PS4. And to me, that tells me that 50% feels no need to upgrade. The games still they still look good, right? You might be struggling to hit 60 frames. I know Elden Ring, for example, ran on 30 frames on a PS5, PS4, but it was still a somewhat enjoyable experience. Now, for me, for certain games, I couldn't do it. I didn't buy, but part of the reason I had a friend loan me a PS4 so I could finally play Persona 5 Royal. Play the game in 30 frames. I was like, it's on sale on Steam. I can drop $20 and I can actually play this at like above 60 frames and it actually would look better. So I did that, but that's like a rare circumstance where that would happen, right? There is no reason in the big 2024 we should be talking about 30 fucking frames unless your name is Nintendo and you dropped the Nintendo Switch in 2004. Or not 2004, 2017. And I'm not saying they get a pass, but actually no, they do get a pass because we all know that Switch 2 is around the corner. Now if they come out here and talk about it's gonna be on 30 frames again, then it's gonna be up for Nintendo. But that's not the point because they have games I want to play on this. Right? There's a reason to go out and purchase a Nintendo console because a lot of times you're gonna want to play that first party experiences. One of the biggest issues with this current generation is that there's no experience that's worth playing strictly on a PS5. A lot of times if a game's going to come to Steam for like Spider-Man, for example, if you have the DualShock 5, you're going to be able to use at least some of those features on PC, but I'm keeping it real. I kind of don't care about adaptive triggers. Like don't be wrong. This controller feels amazing when it wants to utilize the features, but a lot of the features on here I kind of don't care about, but it's like, it's cool, it's there. Right? Another thing is PS5 doesn't address. Why the storage so goddamn high? I don't care that it comes to 2 terabytes. Call of Duty is about a 300 gig game. GTA 5 is about 300 gigs. How big do you want to guess GTA 6 is going to be? I'm willing to put money down it's going to be about a terabyte. I'm willing to put money down it's going to be about a terabyte. The storage is so expensive, you paying $80. You know how much I just paid for a 2 terabyte hard drive for my computer? About $40. Now, it's not the fastest thing, it's not the best thing, but just $40, right? I don't lightning fast load times is a great sale. Right, we're at the point where load times are instant. Great. Phenomenal even. So, that isn't enough. Just because you, like, the whole pitch to the basic dumbed down tinfoil hat wearing ass consumers, or not tinfoil hat, but just the dunce hat, right, was that we managed to combine fidelity and performance. Boom. You can play at 60 frames. Don't ask us if we can hit above 60. Sometimes we struggle to even do that. So what the fuck are... What? Like, there is no reason for this to, one, cost $800, two, to even upgrade to. Right? There is no reason for me as a consumer. Right? I have a disc, or I have the digital version of the PS5. Not by my choice, but I have the digital version. And I don't like playing shit on this. I like having my games physically. What did Sony tell me? They told me to give up $80. You know... I'm kind of happy with games coming to PC. Cause you gonna have to kiss my ass, you get $80. Now you might come back and be like, yo, is that not the same issue you have with Steam? And that is kind of fair. That's a fair point to bring up. But in my opinion, Steam's customer service and just the experience of being on Steam is so good to the point where I kind of don't care. And I don't gotta give y'all money to pay online. So, a win is a win in my book. But to address the last point, right? To people making this a big console wars thing, buddy, I hate to break it to you. When crossplay came out for Fortnite, to me, that's when the console wars died. It's been dead ever since. Now, it's just about who can provide a better playing experience. Xbox, they transitioned their model to having you involved in their ecosystem. They want you on Game Pass. They want you on Xbox Live. They want you to connect your account to Microsoft to play certain games. They started acquiring a bunch of studios. Have those studios made games? Next question. But regardless, Sony's main pitch has been, hey, we got that SSD. And that SSD is incredible. I will never sign that SSD. In fact, if it was possible, I'd rip this damn thing open, take that SSD out, and put that shit in my computer. Cause I don't give a damn. Might I add, you gotta buy the stand for this shit. Now you might be like, but you don't have a stand either. That's cause I don't know where I put that motherfucker, but I ain't gotta pay $12 for a stand that takes them 8 seconds to print and costs probably 3 nickels at most. But I don't know. I kind of be yapping. It's nice to be back. I'm sorry. I've been gone for so long. I truly am. I'm gonna keep it real. My watch time really be like two minutes at most. So most people are not gonna see this. But I hope y'all rock with the new setup. Hopefully, I'm gonna actually come back to making videos for real on God. I'm probably not even gonna edit this one because it's just my raw thoughts about the PS5. Don't upgrade. It is a waste of fucking time. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Comment down if you want me to talk about something. I'm gonna go back to playing Persona 3 Reload, or not Persona 3 Reload, or to give y'all a little tease what I'm working on. I hope I'm writing a script for some, and I hope y'all really rock this video, because this video I'm working on actually does numbers. Y'all, I might be able to make the content I want to make, but that's for y'all to decide as the audience. I love y'all, miss y'all. Shine chomp, yum. Actually, no, I got a better one. Black flag. That shit fucking sucks.